Someone recently left a comment asking what the difference is between your soul, your higher self, and your spirit guide. I also got another comment asking who all the various members of your spiritual team might be. So I thought I could cover both of those today. Stick around and let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Veronica and welcome to the Wholeness Shift. If this is your first time here, welcome. I teach people about easy, practical spirituality and I help you navigate your spiritual awakening. So if this interests you, please hit the subscribe button below because I wouldn't want you to miss out on anything good. So let's start out by answering the first question. To me, your soul and your higher self are the exact same thing. At the top of the food chain, there's God. I call him God. I also refer to him as a him because that's what I'm used to. But this is Source, the divine, the creator of all that is, the source of all that is. You can also refer to this being as, it's not even really being, it just is. It's everything. It's everything, it's in everything, it's everywhere. Source, the divine, God, the universe. There are so many names for the creator that just pick one that feels comfortable to you and roll with it. So that creator of all that is wanted to have as many experiences as it could possibly find. But how do you do that if you're only one person? I mean, I remember when I was pregnant, I had a list of baby names, baby girl names particularly, that was like 5 miles long. And I'm like, I would have to have 100 kids in order to have all these names. Or, there are so many things that I want to do with decor or style or things like that. And I'm like, I'd have to own like 50 houses to get all this stuff done. There's just not enough space to do all the things. So it's kind of how it was with God. He wanted to have all the experiences that could ever possibly be thought of. So he decided to create little fractals, little portions of himself, of his energy. And I know that the divine is not a he or a she. Actually, he's probably both he and she. It's not one gender or another. God is everything. And so I only refer as a he because that is what I'm used to. So please don't take offense. It's just habit and what's easiest for me in conversation. So anyways, I digress. So as I was saying, in order for God to have all the possibilities of experiences and existence and everything else, he decided to make all of these little souls, all of these little pieces, parts of himself that could go through all of these incarnations and have all of these experiences, right? So he wanted to know like what happens with this combination and with this combination. And yeah, we've had that, but we haven't had it with red hair. So let's do that. Or we've done this, but we haven't done it as a mom with 3 kids with an abusive father. Let's do that. So the job of all of these souls is to play out as many combinations of all the possibilities of experience that you could possibly imagine so that the divine could experience all of life and all that is through those souls. Does that make sense? Are you with me? And those souls are doing all of this at the very same time that they're also working off any karmic debt that they accrued during these lifetime experiences. Now, every planet or star system that you incarnate into will determine the type of life that you live, the type of being that you are, and the type of karma that you accrue and how you pay it off. It doesn't all work the same. And I'll get more into this a little bit later. So then under the divine, which is the big umbrella on the top, there's all these little souls that come down. And then each soul has multiple lifetimes that come off of it. There could be hundreds or thousands of lifetimes under each soul. Kind of like a spider plant. That's the image Spomi just gave me in my mind. And if you don't know, Spomi is my main guide. But anyways, he just gave me the vision of a spider plant, how you have the plant and then she has all these babies and then the babies have the babies. And so anyways, that's the vision I got. But your soul is also referred to as your higher self because you're one of those little lifetimes coming off of the soul. And so it's you. It's your higher self. You're like the baby spider plant hanging off of your higher self. So then each soul creates as many lifetimes and personalities as it wants to or feels that it needs to in order to accomplish having all of those experiences. You need to have all the experiences and you need to have them from both the positive and the negative, the light and the dark, the happy and the sad, the rich and the poor. And you need to work off any karma that gets accrued along the way. And if you need a little bit more information on reincarnation and lifetimes and what I'm talking about, I will link to that below because I do have a video on that. I have so much trouble getting the lighting in this studio just right since I've created it. It's like last week I looked too dark. And so I brightened the lights a little bit. And now on camera, when I look at myself, I'm looking so washed out and pale. So anyways, bear with me while I get it figured out, y'all. Don't give up on me. Now, your parent soul, your higher self, it always has your best intention at heart. It loves you. It wants the best for you. It always serves to lead you in the right direction. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean that it will always keep you free of pain, out of trouble, out of sickness, any of those things. Because its job is to have all of those experiences and pay off all the karma and all the things, then it knows what your plan is for this lifetime. And not every lifetime is going to be pain-free. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's in your best interest as far as like what's needing to get checked off the to-do list in this lifetime. You know, it might be in your best interest to walk through that dark valley for a while or to experience that sickness. And if you want more information on that kind of topic, I have a video called Why Do Bad Things Happen that I made, and that helps a lot. I will link to that below for you. So, as we know, time is a human construct. It is not a universal law. Time is here on Earth, at least the way we experience time. And every human will have multiple lifetimes happening at one time, because we like to think that time marches out in a chronological order, but it really doesn't. Really, universally, time is all happening at the same time. Think of it like if you pull a film strip or a cartoon strip, you know, and you're looking at the film and you can see each frame is the character in a slightly different movement or different scene, but like when you play it all at one time, it looks like it's moving. Or like one of those flip books where like you take the book edges and you flip through the pages and it looks like the little character's moving. Do you know what I'm talking about? Each of those pages with a different scene for that character they all exist at the same time. They're stacked right on top of each other. But when you flip through it, it looks like it's moving in chronological order. Same thing. So time is real. Time is very real for us humans here on Earth. But universally speaking, time is not linear. Time all exists right now. So this is a pretty big undertaking to have hundreds, if not thousands, of lives playing out at the same time, right? It's not like it's impossible for them to manage or anything, but because there's a lot going on. And so they have amazing spiritual teams that back you up. This is where our guides come into play. For every incarnation that your soul chooses to have, a spiritual team is formed. They'll choose at least one main guide that is not currently incarnated anywhere, and that guide will be assigned to you from beginning to end. It never changes, they never quit, and you cannot fire them. And I say that because that's actually a question that I've gotten more than once. And no, you cannot fire them. They're contracted to help you through this lifetime. Now, some of your guides may currently be incarnated somewhere on a higher dimension than yourself, but your main guide and maybe some of the other ones will not be. Now, other members of your team, some of them may be here from beginning to end, but some of them may come and go. They may just be here for a season or for a current need. They come on for a specific purpose, for a specific topic. They might help you with cooking if you have an interest in cooking, or if you go to college, they might come on and help you with the topic you're studying. But when they're no longer needed, they may go. Now, earlier I mentioned that some star systems and other planets work off karma differently. They experience karma differently. And, excuse me, and some of those planets, their beings actually work off karma. And I say work off, but it's not a penance like we think of it here. They sign up to serve. They're in service. They act benevolently and with love, mainly towards Earth right now and helping with this ascension process. So that's their job for their lifetime. They're assigned this job and they go to work every day and they sign in as your guide and they help you with the things that you may need, light work and light code and healing and just different things like that. I have a guide that signs on every afternoon around 1 or 2 p.m. and works on me for a few hours and then is gone for the evening. And whenever I feel their energy come on, I'm like, welcome to your shift. Now, other entities that you have on your team could be angels, archangels. You have your guardian angel that is with you from beginning to end, never leaves your side. Now, you can also have ancestors or family members that have passed on that may come and help you or pop in to assist you as needed. Once in a while, they become a member of your spirit team and act as one of your guides, but I would say that's less common. But that doesn't mean they can't be there assisting you in some way. You can also have animal guides or elementals such as fairies. You can also have dragon guides. They come on board when you're really serious about leveling up and they help you do the hard work to elevate you to the next level of your spiritual growth. You may have historical figures. I've mentioned more than once that I have Marie Antoinette that helps me learn French. When I'm not so serious about it, she goes away, and when I get serious about it again, she comes back. And lastly, you can work with ascended masters like Jesus and Mother Mary and Buddha, etc. There are many of them. You can call on them and they can work with you. It's the job of your spiritual team to help you meet the goals that your higher self planned out for this incarnation, and they help you and encourage you. They send you love. They help create synchronicities that can help you accomplish the things that you wanted to accomplish for yourself. They're your friends. They're usually your best friends, and they love you unconditionally. Some of them travel with you from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime to lifetime, and sometimes this is the only time they've been with you. I think each situation is different. Is there anything I forgot? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. If you think that I've forgotten anything or there's something else you want to add, let's learn from each other. I hope this helped you understand your spiritual team a little bit better. Let me know what you think. And if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button and the like button. Keep your hearts open. Until next time.